From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Go! 60. Ready.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. Up the sideline to the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
On now, Cade York for the point after. It's up and good. And the Seahawks are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Yellow, one. Let's go next. Ready.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Watch out there. 50 series. Here we go. Yellow, 43.
They send Fryermuth, the tight end, in motion.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
52 black. Come on, set. Huh.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Metcalf with the grab. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they'll call on Brad Robbins here to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and he'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready, ready. Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Watching, 18.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Down. Cut.
On the bootleg, it's Young. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Let's go. Set.
From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Ready. Set.
On first down is Young. The throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 46, here's second and 2.
Set. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A grab there for Wilson, his first of the game, and gives his team a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Set.
To throw, Young. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away. That pass falls incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Here we go. Set. Black. 95. Ready.
A second down throw for Young. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. He's taken down just shy of the 10. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Here's Young. To throw. Oh, the ball's out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Brings up second and 4.
Off the play fake, here's Milrow. He's going to air this one out. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head, because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction, because that defender got both hands on it, but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Cowboy 80.
Milrow on third down. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On the return, it's Austin. And they'll finally put an end to this with a great return to the other side of midfield.
Watch out now. Safety series. Let's go now. Cut.
Young to throw on first down. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Steelers 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set. Cut two. Cut.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Ready up. Cougar like these. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Austin to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Fight, kick. Cut.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. And that's going to be intercepted by Terry Quillen. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, we're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
We are through 1. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Bring an eye back to the Great Northwest in a moment. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
Check pitch. Here we go. Cut, cut.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it's come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready, break. Tiger, 19, Cowboy 80.
Now Milrow on first down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first and 10, here comes Walker. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Dragon 60.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. Flush to his right. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
It is third and long.
Get it. Bronco 80.
To the air, it's Milrow. On the open is Pierce. It's on target. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play for Seattle. 41 yards.
Hold it ready.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison.
Here's Milrow to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Throwing is Milrow. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around. But it falls incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make him cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
Ready? Cougar 1960. Reload.
Handoff, running left is Walker. And he's got another one. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. His big game continues. His third touchdown this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. York now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. As they bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the net.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
To throw is Young. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Ready up.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now. Yellow. 40. Hut. Check. Hut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. Oh, a loose football. I believe one of the Steelers was in there and blocked it. He did. So it stays with Pittsburgh. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Ready?
Young. Metcalf with the grab. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Here we go. Ready, go. Set, go.
Here's Young. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Ready. Red 38. Ready.
On fourth down, Young. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. 70 Lions.
On first down, it's Milroe. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Hurry. 70
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a
Panther
Seahawks.
60. Panther 60.
Let's
go.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now Milroe. And this one is caught by Pierce. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Third and 2. Here we go.
Warriors 70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now it's Milroe. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Alice Pierce. Touchdown, Seattle. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play run after catch.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Steelers take
And
over
that one
first and
is
10.
through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Plastic 6. Here we go.
Young to throw on first down. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he will go all the way. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run. Got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now Young. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
Steelers 15.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Cougar 19. Stephanie. Ready.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Joey Porter Jr. That time up to make the play.
Gain of 2. Brings
Second
up
down,
second
8 yards
and
to
8
go.
at
60
the
Eagles. 60
37-yard
Eagles. Let's
line.
go. 18 Cardinal. 18.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
15 more on that connection. You're making it look easy. That's another first down.
Here we go. Check.
Here's Young. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Set. Hunt. Ready.
Back to throw. Young. That is part of the 3. And he'll take it on in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First of all, you ain't fast long enough. You ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. From the mic, that's character. Not even good actors. Let's go get it out. Let's add up all the factors.
Off the play fake, here's Milrow. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
That one complete to Pierce. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 76 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Now it's York for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will extend this third-quarter lead.
Steelers 22. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break. Ready. Shot. 52, blue. Set.
Drive will start on the ground, and and he'll get about 5. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Young. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. 3rd down coming up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the
Here we go.
It's 2nd and inches.
60 red.
On the
60 red.
36-yard line.
Cut.
Now Young. That one's incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
Ready?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Derek Hall there to bring him down.
Ready, set.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9.
Let's go now. 10 plus. Ready?
To throw is Young. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. And that pass ball is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here we go. Set. 40 seconds.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open.
Okay, ready?
That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Let's go. Ready? Go. Put.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now we'll get a 2-point try here as Young gets the offense lined up.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
42. Steelers 30.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Get up! Tap the 60! Tap the 60!
Now Milroe on first down. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up second and 18 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Milroe to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. He's got room past the 35. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. That's good for 27 and a first down.
12, 10. Set, ready.
49-yard line.
Young to throw on first and 10. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here we go.
On second down, Young. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
38.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Set, hut. 33, yellow.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
Set.
On first down is Young. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Ready, set.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
70, come on, set. Set, go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
19 tight, 6, go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Cougar 19.
On 3rd down, Milroe. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
Ready, Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Play action, it's Milroe. Now he takes off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Rego, no chance at all. He'll go down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Viking 18. Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the gun, it's Milroe. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
That's good.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
On the zone read, this is Milroe. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
To the air, it's Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Crack all 80.
Now Milrow facing third and long. Forced to his right. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills. And you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
York's kick is good. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This is first and 10.
Here we go. Here we ready.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here comes second down.
Set, ready.
Metcalf, the motion man.
Ready.
Throwing on second down, Young. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
No louder place than here in Seattle before third down.
Yellow, 40 set.
Throwing is Young. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. We've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. To throw, Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Young's pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Come on. Hit. 70 live.
On play action, Milrow. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Let's go. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
Timberwolf.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Viking 18. 79 Broncos. Get it. Viking 18.
Out of the gun. It's Milrow. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. To throw is Young. Catch made right side by Wilson. They come up now for second down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll go right and find his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Young. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready. Go.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one.